again. So I want to say welcome everyone. If you're just joining us for the very first time, know that this training takes place on Mondays, okay, at 4 p.m. West African time, hosted by myself, and also on Wednesdays at exactly 4 p.m. West African time, hosted by my brother from the USA. And today he has a very special message for us. There is going to be a kind of monologue, even though he might be allowing me to interject one or two times, but we'll have a kind of presentation. And then towards the end, okay, towards the end, we shall have questions and answers. The special training for today, that will make you to think like an investor, not to think like a consumer. Guys, you know what? Many Tibetians are only thinking about today, their little stomach, but they are not thinking like an investors. So we have to start thinking like investors, not thinking like consumers. And that is going to be the special training for today, hosted by our very good friend from USA, Kardasha. Welcome,
All
sir.
right, Mbeh. All right. Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Mbeh. Can you hear me loud and clear?
Yeah, we can hear you, just that your video is off. So we don't know whether you switch off your video.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me open up the video real quick.
Okay.
All right, there we go. All right, everyone.
There
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's good to see everyone. As Mbeh said, Ambassador Mbeh, this is a special call because I am the chairman for a financial firm in the state of Arizona in the United States. And we have an investment group, and there's a class that we teach. I know one of our viewers on right now, Newton, actually took the class, and it's called Cryptology 365 to get yourself familiar and acclimated with the crypto industry. One of the segments in this course is very important. Some things I felt that needed to be discussed today as a result of what I recognize in a lot of people, on especially my brother Mbeh and what he goes through, and he challenges with other people not understanding what this community is truly and really all about. And we need to understand. We need to understand what we're saying to ourselves, what's coming out of our mouths, and we need to understand the proper way on how we need to think and what we're doing by participating in this community. So I trust. I went in prayer and I said, man, I hope these people get it today. I really do. This is a good one. As he says, it's titled How to Think Like an Investor and Not a Consumer. So take down some good notes, as we always should every week. Keep yourselves on mute. We'll do a Q&A at the very end. In the event if you have any questions on this topic, this entire presentation will take about 45 minutes to an hour. So please listen up. I guarantee I'm going to say some things you probably never heard of before. So it's a good one. And thank God it is being recorded. And Mbeh, if I understand correctly, it's going to be posted on the blog probably, right?
Right. I'm very sure.
Okay.
Right.
All right. And that's fine, because this course is copywritten and trademarked. So we're not supposed to record anything, but I did get approval from our legal counsel, our attorney, to go ahead. And that is okay, because I explained what we're doing for the community. So consider it a blessing. This is special. This is a paid course, right, but you guys getting this segment for free at no charge. Okay. So I'm going to move forward. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass Mbeh, share. Let me know that you can see, you guys can see my screen when it comes over.
Okay. Yeah, we can see your screen.
You can see the screen. So let me start this first slide. And I'm going to minimize myself from the screen. You guys still should be able to see my headshot.
Right.
Okay, so let's get started, you guys. I'm excited about this. I hope you are as well. Now, I will warn you. This is a friendly warning. Those of you that don't know me well, I get very passionate. And passion means that I'm really sold out on either what I'm saying or what I'm participating in and what I'm doing. You're not hearing the spirit of anger. It's not anger. I'm not angry. You're hearing passion. There's a big difference. Okay, that means I love what I'm doing. I love what I'm speaking about. because we have tangible proof and viable information to confirm what we're presenting. And I have a passion. That means it doesn't feel like work. See, that's the kind of job we need to be doing. We need to do a job where we're passionate about it because it doesn't feel like work, because we're so passionate with it. Okay. All right. The title is How to Think Like an Investor, Not a Consumer. Let's move on to, okay, why is that not moving? Okay, let me back up. It kind of got a stall there for a second. All right, so welcome to Harvest Time Group Cryptology 365. This is actually our session number 4 out of 12 classes that we give. I'm going to cover the agenda for today and what we're going to discuss about. And the first thing is we're going to talk about is called positive thinking. During my time that I participated in Kringle Cash, and I've been with this program since it started from the very beginning. I've heard a lot of positive, but I noticed that leaders get a lot of negative feedback. So this issue of positive thinking needs to be addressed. We need to talk about this, and we need to get this at the root. We're going to talk about understanding the truth about money. And we're going to talk about the rich versus the poor syndrome, how the rich talk, how the poor talk. All right. And because there's a big difference between the two. You either have a wealthy mindset or you have a poverty mindset. Okay. So we're going to share with you exactly where that comes from. So scientifically, you understand why a person speaks negative when you're out there prospecting an individual, trying to encourage and get them to understand how powerful and awesome this community is. So I have a question for you. I'm going to move this out the way. I have a question for you. Most of you probably already know who this man is, Warren Buffett. For a while there, years past, he was the #2 richest man in the world. Okay, and he's the CEO of a company called Wilderberg and Investment Group. And this man has a brilliant mind. Okay, and he's not #2 in the world any longer. I can't remember what number he is, but he's in the top 10. Now, if you had his brain, listen to this question carefully. If you had his brain, would you continue the same path as he is towards your own financial success? I want you to think about that. Don't quickly answer and say yes, because some of you, by the responses we make, we wouldn't really do that because of what we're speaking out of our mouths. Will we continue the same path as he is towards your own financial success? Now, if you said yes, okay, if so, why would you have to wait to use his brain to get there? Because see, our creator gave us the same organs inside our body as he gave to Warren Buffett. The same thing. It's all in our thinking. It's actually what's inside of our brain is what counts. You see, we already have the same organs in the brain he has. The difference is he's using his to his utmost potential, which is something I haven't seen a lot in this community. I've seen some, and I thank God for the leaders and the ambassadors and those that are out there talking, especially those of you in the country of India and Bangladesh and Nigeria and Ivory Coast. Man, kudos. I salute you guys. But you all know there are people that are demonstrating just the opposite. Okay, so we want to get to the root of this. Now, most likely it's because of one little organ in your brain. Can anyone tell me in the chat box what that organ is in your brain? We're going to look at the chat real quick, Mbeh. If anyone can tell me what that organ is in your brain that causes you to make decisions to think positive or to think negative. Can anyone take a guess?
Some say
okay, pineal gland, the
mindset,
okay, the gland, okay. Yeah. All right. Okay, I appreciate the participation. Let's move on. All right, that organ It's called the reticular activator. I want you all to write this down, man. This is one of the most powerful organs in your brain, in your body. It's called the reticular activator. And here's an aerial shot of it. It sits right in the center of your brain. It's about the size of an acorn. Isn't that amazing? So you got something that fits, that's smaller than the palm of your hand, that makes all the decisions you're making about what you're deciding to do. See, the reticular activator, let me move this down. The reticular activator system is a network of neurons located in the brainstem that projects anteriorly to the hypothalamus to mediate behavior. It mediates your behavior or controls your behavior or helps your brain to make those decisions for you to move forward to do what you believe you need to do and what you believe in. So if you hang around negative people that have a negative reticular activator, guess what it's going to put in your reticular activator? It's going to put in negative content. So you will respond negatively towards things that are not positive. Okay? The hypothalamus plays a significant role in the endocrine system. It is responsible for maintaining your body's internal balance, which is known as hemostasis. To do this, the hypothalamus helps stimulate and inherit many of our body's key processes, including your heart rate and your blood pressure. See, when you think of something negative and you talking negative, what goes up? Your blood pressure. You can't think positive when your blood pressure is rising, right? Even your heart rate increases. If you just got into a fight, your heart rate starts elevating. It's pumping real hard, okay? Because a fight is something that's negative, or an argument is something that's negative. So it sends a key process. It stimulates the heart rate and the blood pressure. See, the endocrine hormones helps control your mood, growth, and I got to move this out the way. Your growth and development, the way our organs work, metabolism, and reproduction. Now, I'm going to show this video of this lady. I want you to pay very close attention. I think it's only about 3.5 minutes. We want to play the whole video, and she's going to get everyone to understand what the reticular activator system is and how it stimulates your body to make decisions to move forward with something you're trying to decide what to do or not. Okay, so listen carefully. Turn the speakers up. Here we go.
Okay, it looks like you need to share with volume.
Can you hear?
No, the volume is kind of low. Maybe you need to share.
Is the volume low?
Right. Okay. Maybe you can stop sharing, then share again with volume.
Okay, stop share.
Right.
All right, and let me turn the volume up. Okay, I got it up to 90% now. Let's try that now and see. And let me know.
An important part of our brain. You see, every single one of them.
How's that?
Yeah,
that's better.
Yeah, better.
Okay.
As long as you're a human being, you have it. I have it. You have it. This part of our brain serves as a nightclub bouncer, if you think of it that way. Basically, it is a gatekeeper of information that is let into the conscious mind to pay attention to, okay? We all have that family member or friend of ours that will tell themselves a story over and over again, that they're constantly in debt, they can't pay for their debt, they have money problems, they have financial issues, and it goes on and on and on. And then we also know some people who are very negative about dating or having a relationship in general, or perhaps a friend or a family member who just can't lose weight. You hear them talking all the time, saying to themselves, I can't lose that weight. My body just won't drop a single kilo. The scale won't move. My clothes won't fit any better. Because again, they are focusing on that. What if we can take that same thought process, change our mindset, change our focus, change the way we address them? Instead of thinking to ourselves that we cannot do it, instead start thinking that you can do it, that I can do it. I can do this. I will do this. I am going to make this happen. Basically, turn any negative thoughts into positive. And I can guarantee you that once you've done that, you are able to focus on what you want to get, which is eventually living a life of abundance if that is what you want. I have an exercise for you, okay? I don't know where you're watching this video right now, but if you are, let's say, watching in your room or anywhere, I want you to look around you and find a yellow object. Find few objects that are colored yellow. Look, and I want you to focus, focus, focus. And then close your eyes, but at the same time, still listen to me. Okay, you are wearing your headset. And then now I want you to concentrate and find where are the red colored objects, and then open your eyes. And then you might be laughing because this is how our RAS works. So it really works on what you focus on. Constantly remind yourself of what you can, what you will, and what you are able to achieve. That is reticular activating system for you. Hope this helps. And most importantly, hope you'll put it in use. Okay? Take care and see you in my future videos. Bye.
Okay, so I thought that was an excellent example and exercise. If you did follow her instructions to look at, try to find a yellow image, close your eyes and think about where everything is in that room where you are right now that's red. You probably couldn't think of one place because you were only concentrating on what you were told. So we got to be able to broaden our minds and see the full picture, think outside the box. Now, I'm not going to show this video, but I'd like for you to write this down. This is a very good video of different, guru speakers, financial speakers, trying to get you to understand how to think correctly. Why is this important? Because people, you got to understand, and most of you do see it. We are connected with a community, an organization, a private organization that's absolutely a blessing. So and the reason why I say is absolutely a blessing, because think about, and I think this way, think about all the people that don't even know about this, or they don't even have a game plan, or they're in their 50s and 60s and they don't even have a retirement plan. But you have the resource, you are involved, and your future is set if we continue to stay focused and follow the instructions. I think about that all the time, how devastating it could be for a person that just doesn't get it, or they're not there, or they don't even have awareness of it. Okay. All right. So let me move on because I'm not going to show this. So let me move this down and I got to move this out the way. Okay. We unconsciously think something works the way it doesn't. I'm going to stop right there because I got to say this. Ever since I've been involved with Kringle Cash and TBC, I noticed that people always consciously think that any type of monetary or currency program has to be connected through the government or through, um, uh, you know, is connected to the market. But it was always revealed to us that it is not connected to the market, but we're allowing our reticular activator to think what we want to think instead of thinking of what the truth is behind the matter, so that when we go to someone and we try to talk to them about joining, we're not educating them enough to understand that this is a private community, not a society. Like Mr. Freeman said, it's not a society, it's a private community. We're just trying to grow the community with our own coin to get it so big to where everyone around the world is using it, but it leads into other things that we can build wealth with, right? So we unconsciously think something works the way it doesn't. And I know a lot of times that, Ambassador Mbeh gets a challenge from someone answering questions back and forth, or they're speaking negative. Would you say that's correct, Mbeh?
Very correct.
It's because they're trying to get the thing to work the way it doesn't. They're not in charge. They didn't create it. They didn't create the program, but they're
Right.
trying to tell you how it's supposed to work.
Right.
Don't allow people to do that. Okay. Why? Why do they act that way? It's because our unconscious mind is a reservoir of feelings, thoughts, urges, and memories that are outside of our conscious awareness. The unconscious contains contents that are unacceptable or unpleasant, such as feelings of pain, anxiety, and conflict. And this is the reason why some people you may speak to are negative, because they remember in their mind that previously they got involved with something that didn't turn out too good. Their expectation wasn't met. They created anxiety from it, or it caused conflict. They asked the person for their money back and the person didn't give them their money back, so it caused conflict. And that's the only thing they remembered. And all of a sudden you bring in something to them that is viable, legitimate, it bears fruit, it's real, it's the truth, and they just have a hard time believing it. But they got to exercise that reticular activator to learn how to do their due diligence. The due diligence to verify that, hey, this is something that is real, it's just, it's worthy of its cause. So we think that something we don't understand will create conflict to other things that formerly controlled us. That's what they're thinking upon. They think that they're getting ready to get into something else that's going to control them and it's going to turn out negative. That's not the case. That's why it's important, before we bring somebody in, we got to fully educate them. That's really not admins, Mr. Freeman or Mbeh's job to educate everybody that comes into this community. Guess whose responsibility it is? It's yours. It's your responsibility. You get the education so that you can overcome the objections. We come to the training so we know how to understand the system, understand what we're involved in. Okay. Can you imagine you going to a car dealership, buying a car, and you get the key, but you don't understand all the functions on the dashboard? You're not even using half of the stuff on the dashboard. Or you got a bank account, but you don't know all the perks and the benefits of you having that account that you can take advantage of. You don't know of all the discounts you can get when you go to the supermarket. Okay. You don't know all the exercises you can take and do to lose weight or build body muscle instead of joining a gym, or why it's important for you to stay in shape. Okay. See, so we got to do our due diligence and understand the why. Okay. So we must understand the value of money instead of being critical of money. Man, the moment I got the word personally that admin said that they have this partnership with Binance, because I'm very familiar with Binance. They're one of the biggest networks. And that Binance is willing to create a coin specifically for us, I was honored. Man, for us. And they're going to create the coin, and we're going to use a coin called K-Love. It's going to start at $1, and we have control of the potential of the growth of that coin. Boy, and we have this many members, man, we better get busy, because we have the potential to get that coin elevated to a level to where it will set our future apart, just like the word of God says, to build an inheritance for our children's children. My grandchildren will never, ever have to work a day in their life, because I'm using my reticular activator to do my due diligence, to maintain in a positive way, to take advantage of everything that I'm entitled to. But here's a good one. If you don't understand the value of money, then stop chasing after it. See, what happens is when people come in the Crinkle Cash, they're chasing after the money. I didn't get my TBC coins. I didn't get, this or that. Or, or when is it going to go to market? See, that's the wrong question to ask. When is it going to market? The key is, okay, what's the value of the K-Love right now? Okay, all right, I'm going to try to do what I can to do my part so that we can meet our potential and meet our goal. That's what we should be speaking. Okay, because if you never had $1 million in your hand right now, do you really know what to do with that money so that well never runs dry? Because we don't want to put it somewhere where we have nothing to show for it later. We want that money to continue to keep rotating and duplicating and growing where it never runs out. I hope I'm making sense, you guys. See, this statement, if you don't understand the value of money, stop chasing after that. That came from me, Carlton Dasher, because that's a true statement. But this is what happens, people. What happens is, if you have a life insurance policy and you are the beneficiary of a $500,000 policy, what will most people do when they get that policy? Okay, I'm going to tell you what I would do. I'm going to show you what I would do, but you don't have to do the same thing Carl Dasher does. But this is what I would do. If I had $1 million policy, I would take that $500,000 and make sure that it lasts a lifetime, because I have somewhere where I can put that money to work maybe, and I'm going to end up having $2.3 billion cash money, USD, cash money with it, if I'm investing that entire amount. Okay. Okay, this community, if we follow the lead of Mr. Freeman, he's going to show you how to never run out of cash flow. We can move to the next venture where that money's going to continue to keep growing and growing and growing. And we have a story to tell to other people because we're a walking testimony of what's happening in this community. Man, if I had $2.3 billion, that would bring me $68,000 a month income. How about that for a monthly retirement? How about that, Mbeh, for a monthly retirement?
That is huge, Carl. That is very huge.
Okay, absolutely. But see what people do, they'll take the $500,000, they'll buy a new car, they'll buy a new house. Mbeh, can you think of anything else people would do with that $500,000? They'll buy a car and a house. What else?
They take a trip.
Oh, you hit it right on the head, boss. They'll go on a vacation. This is a picture of the Malta, the island of Malta, which is just below Italy. It's a millionaire's playground, and it's a cryptocurrency friendly state. And you know, you got to have some money to go to the island of Malta, but that's what people will do. They'll go on a nice fancy vacation. They'll buy a nice fancy house, but they don't think about all the maintenance that's going to come with it, all the upkeep. They'll get a new car, okay? But they don't factor in the insurance and how much gas they're going to have to put in, or unless it's an electric car, okay? But see, people do just the opposite of what we should be thinking about doing with our money. Okay, now we're going to have some fun, you guys. We're only 30 minutes into this. Boy, this is awesome. We're going to play a game, and I'd love for all of you to participate. So, Mbeh, what we're going to do is we're going to have them reveal their answer in the chat box. Okay, we love to have everybody participate if they will. So we got over 300 people on the call. That's good.
Okay.
We'd love for you to participate. So what I'm going to do is I want you to focus on detail. Focus on detail. What I'm going to do is I will show a few photos on the screen for 5 seconds, then ask you to give me certain details of what you saw. All right, I'd love for all you guys to participate. Are you ready? I hope you are. Let's begin.
Okay.
All right, question. How many colors are in the tennis shoe? How many colors are in the tennis shoe? Let's see what some of the people answered, Mbeh. Can you tell me what some of the answers were?
Some people said 3, some say 5, some said 7, some said 6.
Okay, 3, 5, 7, 6, 4.
Yeah, 6, 5, 4. Yeah, some say 6, some say 7, some say 4.
Okay.
Some say 5.
Okay. Awesome. So wow, I'm getting a lot of responses. Awesome.
Right.
Okay, there's more coming in. Everyone saying the same thing? Okay, all right. Okay, here's the next one, folks. You can stop now. Here's the next one. Question. What was at the bottom of the sandwich between the bread? Everyone used the portal. What was at the bottom of the sandwich between the bread?
Some said mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise,
Some said
cheese, fish. Somebody saw
tomatoes.
fish.
Some said cabbage.
Somebody said cauliflower. Okay.
Vegetable,
Tomato, the
bacon.
bacon. Okay. The butter. Okay. Wow. That's funny.
Say
The meat.
lettuce.
You see how we have people with different answers? I'm
Right.
proving my point here.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Thank you for participating, you guys. All right. Here's the next one. Question. How many manholes were in the street? How many manholes did you see in the street? Oh, I think I got them on that one, Mbeh. Okay, here we go. Someone said 2, 1, none, didn't see.
No.
3, none. We got quite a few nones.
Mm.
Okay, 2, 2, 2, none, 2, none, none. Got more nones than anything and not see. Okay, all right. I bet you guys were probably focusing on how many flags there were.
That's true.
Okay. All right. Here's the next one, folks. This is fun. All right. All right. How many men were on the stage in the club? How many men were on the stage in the club?
Okay.
3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2. All right. It's between 2 to 3. Okay. Someone said 4.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Somebody said 5, man. I'm gonna take you to the optometrist, the person that said 5. Okay. Okay. All right. Here we go to the next one. Question. How many men wore a black suit in the photo? How many men wore a black suit in the photo? 15. Wow. 8. All 15, 15. 9, 15, 7, 12. Okay, 10, 15, 15, 15, 15. How many men wore a black suit in the photo? Okay. All right. Thanks for participating. I think that's the gist of the exercise there. Now, here's the answers. Okay. How many colors are in the tennis shoe? If you said 6, you were absolutely correct. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. You were right. So all of you that said 6, kudos to you, okay? All right, here's the next one. What was the ingredients at the, let me move this out the way, it's blocking me. At the bottom of the sandwich between the bread. Okay, now I'm gonna give it to both of you if you said cheese or if you said mayonnaise. Okay, that's fine. So I put in the answer was the cheese, but if you said mayo, you are absolutely correct. Okay. All right, the next one. How many manholes were shown in the street? If you pay particularly attention to detail, there's one, there's the other. See it? Right there. 2 manholes. All right. So those of you that said 2, boy, you guys are awesome. You guys, you got an eye of an eagle. All right. How many, this should be an easy one. How many men were on the stage in the club? There we go. 1, 2, 3. If you said 3, you were absolutely correct. Okay. Here's the last one. How many men wore a black suit in the photo? Let's find out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you said 8, you were correct. The man in the top left side, he has a gray suit on. Wow, isn't that something, Mbeh?
This is really awesome.
Okay, someone said 15. Let me see. Is there 15 people here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. See, they counted everybody. Not everybody is a man. We
Right.
have
We're
1, 2,
women.
3, 4, 5, 6 women.
Right.
Okay, so, all right. So this exercise proved its points. So I have a question for you all. If I came to you years ago and you didn't know anything about Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, and I said the crypto coin that I possess is right now valued at $14,292. But if you hold on to it, it has potential to get to about $60,000. Most of you that are not using your reticular activator properly would, in defense, would reject my consideration and say that's impossible. But most people would say it's impossible before they do what? Their due diligence. Before they do their due diligence. Well, this is a true report here, okay? Just less than a year later, here is the picture of what it grew to. $57,385 for one Bitcoin.
Right.
See, here's the big problem with this, folks, that you're listening on the call. I knew about Bitcoin when it was at $2.
Wow.
And I listened to all the naysayers that were negative. Oh, Carl, we don't know enough about that right now. We need to really think about before you do that. It's not controlled by the government. Aren't we involved in this community because we want to get rid of the subject of the things of the government and have our own economy? Isn't that what we're doing? Absolutely. But years ago, I didn't listen. I listened to them and I didn't do my due diligence, and I was getting ready to spend $1,000. It would have gave me 500 Bitcoins. And today's value, my wife and I would be $15 million richer right now because I listened to all the negative. And I said to myself, I would never do that again. I would never do that again. I got involved with Crinkle Cash into this community. And there were people that had the assumption it was supposed to work the way they thought it was, and they fell off the map. And I said to myself, I'm not going to quit. I'm going to stay focused and I'm going to stay connected, do my due diligence, because I feel in my spirit that this thing is leading on to something awesome and great. And I just stuck with it, and I stuck with it and stuck with it. And look at where we are right now. Okay, so don't do that to yourself.
Right.
See, perception is the process in which people are aware of objects and events. And let me move this out the way, of the external world. Perception occurs in 5 stages: stimulation, organization, interpretation, evaluation, memory, and recall. We have the control to stimulate our mind through positive information and positive people we're hanging around. And our mind can think properly when it's in an organized environment. We can think properly when our surrounding looks organized. We can interpret things properly when we do our due diligence properly. We can do proper evaluation of it. And then we can remember what it has the ability of doing. And then we can recall that we got involved with something that did great for us because we did our homework, because we stimulated our mind, because we're in an organized environment. But if we do that, man, we can't lose. But if we're allowing these things to take advantage of us in a negative way, we'll never get to a place where we need to be to prosper. We'll never get there. See, wealthy people don't only think about the present. See, we're thinking about, well, oh, you getting somebody involved in Kringle Cash. They set up their wallet and they're asking you 2 weeks later, when can I get this money?
Yeah, it's true.
I tell people all the time, Mbeh, anything that's worthwhile takes time. Anything that comes to you quickly ain't worth a dime.
Right.
What do you say about that?
This is correct, Carl.
Okay. They also consider the potential of the future.
Right.
That means setting goals that might span for years or decades. How long has this Kringle Cash community been going on? 6 years now, right?
Right.
Not just weeks or months. The longer you can stretch your thinking into the future, the richer you will become, people.
Correct. Correct.
The richer you will become. Now, take a look at this picture. This is the actual aerial landscape photograph of our backyard that we're going to have built when we move.
Boom.
This is okay. Boy, doesn't that look like a fun place to be in, Mbeh?
Oh, heaven on earth.
Man, look at
admin
the,
will say.
oh my goodness, the lazy river, the swimming pool over to the right. We got a trampoline there. We got a little putting green. We got barbecue grills. But guess what, folks? See, I'm not going to corrupt my mind and think that I made it just because this is in my backyard. Why? Because this is not for us. It's not for me and my wife. It's for, we're doing it for married couples to come to a B&B, a bed and breakfast. And this is going to be their playground for them to detox and build their relationship. Right. It's for them. See, we're in this world so that we can be a blessing to others, not what everybody else can do for us.
Right.
Because if we're blessing others, it will come back to us. It will always come back to us. True. This is what we're going to have built, and it's going to cost about $115,000 to build this in our backyard. Wow. Okay, and we're going to need about an acre and a half to get this done, but we're looking for land for about an acre and a half to 5 acres. Are we going to have the resources to do it? You better believe it. Just give me a call in January and I'll tell you if we are or not.
That is it.
Okay. All right. You guys got my drift, right? Okay. And then if I have the patience of Job, which I do, I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to wait till June. And then if I have to, I'll wait till December so it can double and triple.
Right.
Right? Mm-hmm. See, that's the mindset of an investor. So what are we supposed to think? We're supposed to think and act like a king. We're supposed to think and act like a king, people. Why? See, the role of a king was to protect the kingdom, increase the wealth and trade of the kingdom, as well as to take care of the poor, redistributing the tribute paid as necessary. His job is to take care of his village and his people. If he takes care of his people, do you think his people will have him covered? They will make sure the king is taken care of too.
Right.
They'll be loyal to him because he's taking care of his community. That's the mindset we should have, to think and act like a king. Yeah. This is one of my favorite movies, folks. And if you haven't watched this, if Mbeh, do you guys get Netflix?
Yes, we do. I have it here.
Okay. And it's on Netflix and it's called The King. If you have not watched this movie, this is one of my favorites. You need to get your popcorn and your drink and not be disturbed by anybody, because it's one of those movies you got to pay attention to what's going on. But here's a scene where the English knights are they're on the battlefield, and you can see they're in attack position and they're getting ready to go to battle against the French. But look who's in the front all by himself. The leader. The leader. Now the actual king, he's in the trees on the side, because as the French come down the hill, the king is going to lead the other part of the English army and flank them and win the battle. And that's all I'll tell you, because I hate to give away the story. But he's in the battle, but he's not in the front of this troop right here. But this is, I mean, the attitude of the king is so important in order for you to have victory. See, if you have not yet, and this is what I share with people that's taken my cryptocurrency class. There are certain homework assignments they need to do. And this is what I told them just on Sunday, because we went through the same lesson. I says, if you have not downloaded the required applications on your cell phone, complete your step 5 worksheet, your expense management worksheet, your retirement worksheet, and schedule your one-on-one. You have allowed your reticular activator to convince you to delay your ability to meet your goals soon. That is not the mindset of a king. A king finds a way to get it done. Innocent finds a way to get it done. TBC millionaire finds a way to get it done. They find a way to get it done. Okay, and all the other leaders who are ambassadors, they find a way to get it done. They do not quit. Those of you in India, you find a way to get it done and you get it done. Those of you in the entire continent of Africa that are involved and busy talking to everybody, you find a way to get it done. Those of you in the United States, I need to sprinkle some anointing oil on you guys, man. We need to put a fire up under the fanny of people here in the US. It burns my britches when I see people in third world countries to us that are just taking this thing to the finish line. And we have so much potential here in the United States. Is because we take so much for granted, right? Because we're so comfortable. Okay, but we need to find a way to get it done. Yeah. So here's one of my favorite pictures. I told you I'm a war bum. Okay, I'm retired Navy, and this is one of my favorite movies, 300. And I want you to listen to what the king, and this is the king, Leonidas, what he's telling his guys, okay, when their enemy is coming towards them. Listen to this carefully, you guys.
This is where we hold them. This is where we fight. This is where they die. And the shield flies.
The volume is kind of low. Oh. Can you hear, Carl?
Is the volume up or do I need to adjust it?
Need to adjust it. Maybe you should
I'm gonna stop again.
Yeah, and
stop
then you
again.
share, when you share Zoom, you have two icons that you need to click there, and that says share with sound. When you click the share icon, you see something that says share with sound.
Oh, yes. Oh, they've been missing it.
Right.
Okay, where's that?
Just
share
click,
with sound.
Just click on share. Before you go to the next step, you see a place where just below that, that says share with sound.
Oh, I see it.
Good.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, sorry about that.
Click on share again.
Okay, and share. Okay, I'm gonna play this over again. Here we go. Sorry about that, folks. Here we go.
This is where we hold them. This is where we fight.
Yeah.
This is where they die. And the shield flies. Remember this name. It will be yours for all time. Spartans, lay down your weapons.
Still kind of low, but
Come and get them.
All right. You heard King Leonidas says, Persians, come and get them. And that's the same attitude you need to have when people are trying to deter you or change what you already know can happen for you and your family. Come and get it, because you're not going to change your mind. You're going to conquer this battle and get to the finish line. I love this saying. I have an obligation to think big all the time. Can anyone tell me who that is that said that? I want to see in the chat. Put it in the chat. Who do you think that made that comment? I have an obligation to think big all the time. Someone, at least one person, try to figure it out. A leader? Yeah, but what's the leader's name? The king? No, that's not a name. That's a person. Rich dad? No. Let's try one more time. Okay, Ben Carson, good try. Admin? No. Me. Okay. Okay, Churchill. All right. Who said that was the one and only Michael Jordan.
Hmm. Hmm.
Michael Jordan was the guy that said, man, give me the ball. We'll win this game.
Hmm.
I have an obligation to do it big all the time. And what did he do? He took control and he did just that. That's why he was the best in the sport of basketball. Michael Jordan, he made it happen. He didn't let anything get in his way. He was that confident. And we need to have that same confidence. We really do. So there's a difference between the rich and the poor. It's a big difference. See, the rich don't have to prove anything to anybody. The rich goes to Old Navy and gets him a $15 shirt, $50 pair of pants, and $35 pair of shoes. The poor goes and buys a shirt for $100. He spends $200 on a pair of pants and spends $350 for shoes, and then looks at you and say, man, I can't do anything else until my next paycheck comes in. See, it's a different mindset. You guys don't have anything to prove to no one. Soon as you get all this K-Love loaded into your MetaMask, you don't have anything to prove. Matter of fact, it's nobody's business to begin with, because loose lips sink ships. The moment people find out you're a wealthy person, everybody's hands are going to look like cups, and then they're going to finally believe you, and they're going to come to you and ask you to help them out monetarily. See, all I'm going to do when a person comes to me and does that, who I've been trying to talk to about this community, I'm going to look at them right between the nose and say, okay, bow your head, let us pray. That's it. Okay, that is it. Because they had ample opportunity to get involved with this community. See, we got to be in position where we're givers. We got to give because it comes back to you. So what kind of mindset do you have? Do you have a poor mindset or do you have a rich mindset? And here's a question for you. Okay, now here's another video that I'm going to send to Mbeh so he can post it on the chat and into, you know, in the back office. Watch this video, the 10 major differences between the rich and poor people. This is good. This is good to take notes of this, and you'll find a lot of truth in this video. It's about 9-10 minutes long, so I'm not going to play it right now. Okay. Well, it's 18 minutes long, actually. But I do want you to do this exercise. I want you to do this exercise. And what this exercise is a money mindset exercise. So I want you to write down or take a snapshot of the URL link on the left in the black section and do this exercise. And what it's going to do is going to reveal to you on where you are mentally, where your money mindset is, by answering questions on this quiz on what you need to work on. It's going to tell you that. So you need to work on that. Do the quiz, and then you say, now, if it says that you are a powerful person because you already have the mindset, just keep doing what you're doing, but you have to show action, consistent action behind that. Okay? People, yes, there is a big difference between the poor and the rich, the haves and the have-nots, the owners and the borrowers, the lenders and those who are enslaved and paying the lender. There's a big difference between the two. I don't want to be in servitude to nobody, to no man, only my God. Okay, that's it. And my job, God's given me a mandate. I need to speak to 1 million people in my business. I've been in business 37 years. 1 million people I need to talk to change their lives, because that's the assignment he's given me. What's your assignment? Whether you know if you have one or not, you do have an assignment. So you need to find out what your assignment is and run with it and prosper in it, change lives with it, and you will do just that. So this is how an investor thinks. They pay close attention to detail. They understand that when they do big things better. They're specific in their planning. They think strategically outside the box. They don't limit their potential. And they are self-disciplined, self-driven, and self-motivated. That is the mindset of an investor. That is the mindset of a millionaire. I hope that I brought some value to all of you that are listening in today. It's a pleasure and an honor to do this for you guys, and I hope it makes sense. Mbeh, we're going to do a Q&A right now, so go ahead and give instructions for those who want to unmute and ask any questions based on this topic, and we'll do that right now.
All right. Thank you so very much for this wonderful training, kind of first-hand kind of training, guys. This is a very expensive training, but we are having here for free, guys. So we should really be privileged to have Carl in our midst, training us, giving us top-notch, like first-class training, guys. Thank you so much, Carl. We truly appreciate it. So, guys,
right.
Okay, go ahead.
Is there anything you wanted to add to this before we do the Q&A, Mbeh?
Yes. You see, when you actually mentioned the area of the details, is very, very important because we can relate that to what we have in our community. People join our community and they don't pay attention to the details. And the details might be you keeping up to your payment and benefiting lots and lots of TBC that will lead to you to have a match in January 2023. Those are details. Some people might just pay for a month and they don't care. If they don't care what happened next, they just feel like, okay, I have my TBC. And he also mentioned about Bitcoin like many years ago. So somebody even told you about it, but you did not pay attention to the details. You didn't have time to look into that perception, to look into what actually it is all about. And that's the same thing that, that's the same thing that happens with K-Love when it was launched in January. And some people were very, very negative about it online, and some listened to them. Some didn't pay attention to even, I think with just $200 in January, if you had just $200 to buy K-Love coin, today, as we speak right now, that money would have been $10,000.
Wow.
Can you imagine
that? That's amazing.
The value of K-Love today, is $50, meaning that if you had 100 K-Love today, 100 K-Love today should be like $5,000, if I'm not mistaken, Carl. Should be like $5,000.
Wow.
So 100 K-Love was $100 in January, but people did not pay attention to the data. People just had their own thinking, So I think that this training, we can relate to what is happening in our community. And we must say thank you so much, because I was actually listening and paying attention to the details, and I can really relate.
Yeah, I know it. I really wanted to say more. Listen, people, every time Mbeh goes through something with a person that's negative, I always tell my brother, I send him a message and I said, man, Mbeh, give him to me, man. I'll give him a call. I'll take care of him. Because you get tired of listening to negative people, but I got a way to put them in checkmate, when someone has negative, because they realize that they're not making any sense. They're just talking in a level of ignorance. They just don't get it. And it's because they're hurt, they're feeling pain and anxiety, and they remember what happened to them in the past, and that's why they're responding the way they're doing. But see, when a person is negative like that, or they don't take advantage of something, they're letting their reticular activator take control of them in a negative way. We need to reverse that. We need to reverse that, because we got control of it, people. We got control.
And thank you so much for sharing the video and the movie link. I tell you what, that is going to be, I'm going to get some popcorn, and that is going to be our entertainment tonight.
Absolutely. Absolutely. one thing I want to say before I forget, those of you that are still on, appreciate you guys being on. This course, admin was willing to pay for, I think it was 10 people. It was a 10, I can't remember Newton. I think it was 10 or 15 people. I think it was the first 15 people. He paid their fee to take this course, and that was a blessing. And a lot of you did not take advantage of
Right.
the course.
Mhm.
And so we only do this class once a year, so it doesn't come back again until the beginning of next year. But
Wow.
what a time to take the class. We do it at the end of January, the beginning of February. We do a live class. I have a classroom that sits 35 people, and then we do a webinar, a Zoom class for anybody around the world, up to I think it's 1,000. I think it's up to 1,000 people that can come on. It's either 100 or 1,000, one of them, and it's 12 weeks long, 1 hour per week on the internet on a Sunday. It's always on a Sunday afternoon. So you have to figure out what your time zone is for that course, but I'll stay in touch with all of you. I'm telling you, by the time the course is over, you are so empowered and know exactly what to do. And you're going to start seeing the difference in your bank account too, because you're making the right conscious decisions. We're going through a lot about crypto, understanding the blockchain, cryptography, cold wallets. We're doing a lot of information about Crinkle Cash and the community itself. So people, take advantage of these things. So back to you, Mbeh, if you want to
Right.
give instructions.
Okay, yeah. So for those that want to ask any question, please, we do not want any technical question. Okay, if you have a technical question, please just get to the member helpers or the help desk. We have the member helpers, and then we have the help desk. The help desk, you can actually write, but the member helpers is a Zoom right in your Crinkle Cash back office. You can log in and join the Zoom meeting. They are there 24/7. Or if you don't know how to do that, just write on the chat that I need a member helper. And they will actually look into your technical problem. So if you want to ask any question, guys, just ask something that does not involve technical problem. That being said, you can just raise your hand and we can call on you.
Looks like we have about 9 people so far.
Right.
10 now with the raised hand, but go ahead and unmute the first one and let's go underway.
Okay, so let's start with oops, sorry, is it oh, sorry about that. Let me all right, is it oops, she falls up. We have Pascalcia Mbeh. You can unmute. I don't know what's happening. It looks like she falls off again. Unmute yourself. Okay, Shelly Belami, unmute. You can unmute. Try to unmute Shelly. All right.
I'm Shirley. I am so sorry. I think I did that by mistake.
Okay, no problem. All right, so just raise your hand down and take another person. Okay, lower your hand. Shirley. Okay, we have Shraket. Unmute, Shraket. Name sound like from India. All right, we'll take Shraket.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, Shaukat. Good evening, admin. Good evening.
Hello.
Good evening.
How are you, admin? How are you?
Fine, great.
Okay, so admin, I'm very much thanks to first of all our the TBC champion, Mr. Saleh Ahmed. We are very much thanks to our Mr. Saleh. He is very much helping to all of our Bangladesh people. All the time he giving the very good information, or to you people giving the information. He time to time all information to our people, down Bangladesh, all people is happy for him. And also we are very much happy to Mr. Saleh Ahmed, to TBC champion, and thanks to you also, admin, and thanks your admin also. Thank you very much.
Okay. Looks like appreciation there, Carl.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so we'll take
Good evening, Mbeh. Good
we'll
evening,
take
Carl.
Shahid. Okay, go ahead, Shahid.
Hi, how are you?
Finding you.
Great, great. And today, really, we are not missing admin because you have generated a great topic regarding the poor mindset and the rich mindset and the
Right.
differences, all these things. It is really matters of people to learn, and because it is a very thin actually area where we need to convert and we need to change our mindset, the thought process, because every day we are thinking, we are trying to catch the things, but what we need to think, what we need to actually catch, and that is most important. I really appreciate, Carl, you have covered a great topic today, where actually Mbeh has recorded, and it will be pleasure to share this topic today itself, so that whatever we have missed today, we can cover up and we can learn more.
Absolutely.
And this topic is very important in our subject regarding the TBC, because what we are getting right now regarding the pumping of our Caleb, how it is appreciating the price, and one day I believe that it will be reach more than $5,000, maybe end of this 2023 or the starting of 2024. So people can believe by gradually when it will step by step it will increase. So people are actually enjoying the price, and people should do one thing. They should promote it in a social media, so that rest of other, those who are not in TBC, they can learn about the Caleb. They can go for the pancake swap and they can hold it, so that our price can increase more and more. And I'm trying also same thing, Carl. And this mindset, until unless we are not actually getting the rich mindset, we cannot become a billionaire, because we will become a digitally billionaire, but not in a mindset. We need to
Right.
change our behavior. We need to think the goodness. Just day before yesterday, Mbeh said that the love and respect, it should be spread in each and every moment. And that you have covered a wonderful topic today. And I appreciate Carl. I appreciate Mbeh. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
All right. Thank you, Shahi. You know, Shahi, can you imagine if you had 10,000 Kringle, not Kringle, but K-Love coins, and it's valued at $5 million for each one? Oh my goodness. Those some big numbers, huh, Mbeh?
That is thinking big right now.
Oh my goodness.
Thinking like an investor.
Oh man.
Kyle, let me tell you something. I have a testimony here. Do you know that today during my training in the office, I had people come up and they said, Mbeh, you know what? I actually had like 200K love, and now I sold everything. Right now I have just about 10. You see, because they did not think like an investor. They actually their thinking was towards being a consumer.
Right. Exactly. Exactly right. Exactly right.
The Kismat love. Kismat means fate. It is but it will change all people. Those who are really adopt the purpose of the TBC, they will enjoy their fate, a changing fate, which can create their abundance, and it will help us and help them to think about what how the abundance comes.
Right.
In a very small tips. When it will become a larger and the bigger and bigger, they will realize that what they missed in earlier days.
Right. All right. Thanks a lot, Shahid. Appreciate it. Mbeh, we got a comment from someone in the chat that's asking for, you know, my class information and my contact number. Openly, I don't want to do that yet. I think it would be a more appropriate that if we get approval from admin to do so, I'll send the class landing page just before the class comes up again. I'll submit that like about 60 days prior. So it'll be in the month of December. I'll submit it. And so that they can put it on the chat in the back of the Kringle Cash private chat, new chat page, and you will all see the link and the chat, the landing page, so you can go and register for the class. I think that'd be a more appropriate way to do that. Just make a note to yourself that, hey, it's coming up, and you give yourself a reminder to not miss the class when it comes back around again. Okay. All right.
That is fantabulous. Thank you so much.
All right. All right. Let's go to the next one.
All right. We have Valerie Forzo. Unmute, Valerie.
All right. Thank you, Ambassador Mbeh, Derick. Thank you, Mr. Cal.
Valerie.
Thank you to all our abundance-minded people in the room and our champions too. Thank you, Mr. Cal, for the wonderful, entertaining, instructive, educative presentation. This is wonderful, awesome. We didn't miss the admin that much today. He has his way to present, and this the way you are brought into is so nice too. So I had a slide that caught my attention. That slide, so I take the the screenshot, but I will go back to it later, because if I'm out, my Zoom will go out, so I won't be in the meeting. But I think it was saying about prepare, if you have not yet planned your retirement plan, your investment plan, all this when you have your money, then you are going nowhere. Then you are putting your reticular activation system to pay you later, to reward you later. I think it's that is the meaning of that slide. And I believe,
okay.
yeah,
Go ahead.
and I believe that is very powerful, because right now we are receiving in our TBC wallet 200 TBC coins, and that represents exactly for a member of the core team at least $10,000. Have we even sit down and plan what we can do with at least $10,000 every month receiving it? How we're going to plan our retirement, how we're going to do, how we're going to invest, how are we going to help? It's time to do it now before we reach even January to receive at least 100,000 or 200,000 or $1 million. So that was the one that caught my attention.
Valerie, you hit it right. You hit it right on the head. You hit it right on the head when you said you need to do that planning first. You know why? Because most people never had this amount of cash flow that's coming to them. And if they don't watch it, they're going to make all the wrong moves with the money, and then they'll get themselves in a devastating taxable event situation, that so all of a sudden that blessing that's coming to us turns into a curse. So it's important for us to do the planning, to understand how we need to take our time. We're not rushing right now to put money and spending it right now, because you don't have it in your hands. So you got all the time in the world to plan first, and then put your plan in motion when you get the money in your hands. So that's what I was trying to reveal in that presentation. But what people do is they do just the opposite. Wow, I got $500,000, man. Let me go get this brand new Mercedes-Benz or this BMW. Okay. And they spend, or they spend it on things that have no tangible value later. Okay. And have nothing to show for it later. Don't do that.
Right.
We need to put our plan in place, and then put it in things where our money's going to rotate. That well is never going to run dry. That money's going to consistently keep coming in. That's the only point I'm trying to get across.
Right. I think this training is really reminding us of many things, Carl. You see, Carl, let me tell you something, Carl. During when we started sometime in January, was like, I wanted to change my car, you know, but I was like, I got some financial advice from the admin. He said, look, Mbeh, you don't have to do this. You have to take this money and invest this money. Let that money produce something before you can even think of changing your car. So if your car needs some repairs, you can do them or whatever.
Right.
I don't think that this is the time for you to change your car. And if I tell you that what I actually did, that was one of the best advice I got at that time, because what I invested and more of that went into K-Love too. And today I'm so excited. And towards the end of the year, I can get any kind of car that I want to have, you know?
Right. Exactly. There you go. Hey, Valerie just did a pop-up that he wasn't finished. You want to unmute him again, if you
Okay,
can?
sorry.
I don't see him on the
All
board.
right. Thank you for the
Go ahead.
testimony, dear Mbeh. So I have a, so I wanted to complete and ask, please, Mr. Carl, can you send us the link of that video of the king talking to his troop? Because we couldn't hear it. We didn't hear
Oh,
anything.
you couldn't hear it. You couldn't hear it.
The volume
We
was a
couldn't,
little bit low.
The volume
Oh,
was
my
very low,
goodness.
yeah.
Okay, I will. I'll do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you can have that link, I will be very pleased. Thank you, Carl.
All right. You're welcome. All right. Okay. Go ahead, Mbeh. Next person.
Yeah, we have Mr. Lovett.
Mr. Lovett.
Okay, Lovett.
That is me. Greetings to all the television in the house. Greetings to you, Chief Justice. Greetings to you, Mr. Carl. I now see a reason why Amin says he is training us, because you people are mind-blowing. The teaching today is like, I'm just seeing the same Amin sitting there and giving us the education. I'm so happy. I'm so happy, Mr. Carl.
Right.
I'm so happy. As he said,
awesome.
If you don't plan, they say planning to fail or fail to plan.
That's it.
So, yes, as you say, it is like you say, Michael Jordan said, it is my obligation to always think big. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. So thank you very, very much, Mr. Carr. Chief Justice Mbeh. I'm crying because, as I once said, the person that brought me into TVC in 2016 left us on the way. He wasn't giving us any information how to go about the TBC again. He just left us blank, and I was completely off. So the K-Love that was launched in January, I only came in is it April, something of that sort. So I'm crying that I missed something, because had it been that K-Love was launched when I was in the community, I would have invested like 500,000, which is what, yes, I'm serious, Mbeh, that is my plan. Had it been I was aware of it, I would have just dropped in some huge amount and stay quiet. I'm so happy, I'm happy. But I say it is better late than never. That is why I'm here. Nobody can even change my mind now and tell me that TBC, I say, go your way. I've put my reticular activator to the future, not even the present, because I don't more see myself in the present. I'm seeing myself in the future. Thank you very much.
Wow, you're welcome. Thank you, Mr. Lovett. Hey, Mbeh, I just put the link into 300 on the board so everybody can see that.
Thank you.
I just posted it on there. All right, let's go to the next caller.
Okay. We have here. We have Roshan Eka.
Eka, right.
Good evening, Ambassador Mbeh, Chief Justice Mbeh. Good evening, Carl.
Good evening.
First of all, thank you very much for training us. Excellent training. What was still more excellent was you related it to the TBC coin, the K-Love that we have. So that's wonderful. That's wonderful. In a very special way, I would like to appreciate your training for first how to train our mind as to what we should think, and appreciate the fact that when you showed your backyard and the purpose of that, so that is something great. So a lot to learn from your real life, at the same time from your training. So thank you very much for everything, and I'm sure we will get a different dimension, like not only just money, but a different dimension also from your training. And I think it's going to be helpful for all the divisions across the globe.
Absolutely.
So thank you very much. Thank you.
Absolutely. You're welcome. Thank you for your words, for your comments. All right, Rashawn. All right, let's go, Mbeh. Next one.
Okay, we have Lorena.
Lorena.
You can unmute again, Lorena. Okay, Lorena, go ahead.
Hello, good morning, Sir MB.
Hello.
Good morning, Sir Carl.
Good
It's
morning.
already morning here in the Philippines.
All right. All
I
right. Well,
just
welcome.
want to know, Sir Carl, why is it the admin's not coming around tonight, this morning?
Mbeh, you want to share exactly, answer that question?
Right. Admin is taking care of family business. So that's why
Right.
that's why
It's
he's not
busy?
here. Yeah.
Right.
And
Okay.
but you
I
have the
just-
admin on Monday. He's taking care of admin. You know, admin has a family too, right? So
Right.
sometimes he has
Yeah.
family business that he needs to take care of. So that's why he's not here today.
Mm.
But on Monday he'll be here.
Okay. I just miss him to
Yeah.
talk with us.
Right.
And thank you very much, Sir MB, because you are always present. And thank you very much to Sir Carl.
Right.
And he gave us the learnings. And it is really very cleared for us. And I just want to confirm, Sir MB, if by January, because the K-Lab will be start to distribute. Is it possible, Sir MB, the 11,111 people, the
Right.
core team
Right.
will receive the K-Lab from that January?
Of course, January 12th, all those in the core team will receive their kilo. January 12th.
Wow, congratulations. That's all?
Yeah,
all?
to us, right? To us in the core team.
11. Wow, okay, very good. It is really very good. And many people enjoying the K-Lab during that day. And I think many also TVians will be very much happy for that,
Right.
because from the foreign countries, it will build so many merchants during that time.
Yeah,
Is it
don't be
possible?
surprised. We might actually build a merchant before that time. Admin has a plan for us to bring in more merchants. So don't be surprised that before January, we might be already bringing up to 1 million merchants. So admin is putting up a plan.
Wow.
And we need to bring in more merchants that will be able to also get our GGR coin using K-Love, and that is going to trigger a positive buying pressure to take the price up there to maybe $100 or $200, you know. So admin has a plan. Don't worry, he'll bring the plan very soon, and I'm sure that many of you will love that plan.
So during that time, I think, Sir MB, the GGR coin having the exchanger.
Right, the exchange will be here.
Yeah.
The exchange will be here probably before the end of the week or maybe early next week. They're just doing some kind of finishing touches for the exchange. So you'll be able to just push some buttons and make some money with the exchange, let's say by next week.
Wow, the GGR coin?
Yeah, of course. You'll be able to maybe swap your K-Love to GGR when the price goes up. And when the price comes down, you can take it from GGR, you bring it back to K-Love, and that's how you can be doubling your money with our exchange that is coming.
Wow, that's really very good news to all of us here now listening.
Yeah, imagine that the price is maybe $50 now, and maybe on Monday when the admin pay all the bills, the price goes down to maybe $30 or $25. You like to rebuy, right?
By Monday, the
I'm just saying,
price of
imagine. I'm not saying that it will go down. I'm just saying, just imagine that when the price goes up, you sell. When the price comes down, you rebuy. That is going to be awesome, right?
So the K-Lab.
Yeah.
K-Lab price, and then we can swap into GGR coin.
Of course.
Wow, very good. That's really very good news. And also, Sir MB, it will follow the backup that is 5,000 people on February.
Yeah, February 12th.
And then the rotator that is really set up that will receive a key lab by June 2023.
Yeah, correct.
Because here in the Philippines, I let him to wake up and join to the rotator program as of now.
Okay.
Because last time they stopped joining the TBC program, and now because of the key lab, they're really excited also to join us, and they were belong to the rotator.
Okay. Yeah, so
Yeah,
those in the
during this
rotator
time.
will get theirs on June.
June.
20. Right.
Then still possible the core team or backup, but if they were late to the payments, they will go down to the rotator.
That is correct. So you
So
must not wait for the last minute. You must not wait for the last day or the last minute before you pay. Always pay in advance.
always pay in advance.
Right.
Because I let the people, my downlines, to pay in advance.
Right.
So that they will be, if there's somebody will be go down to the rotator, then they will be the replacement.
Yeah,
Diba?
it's possible. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I tell them to pay in advance.
Right. Right.
Yeah. I'm very much excited, Sir MB, for the key
You
lab,
can
for the
imagine.
GGI coin.
I'm so very much excited too,
Yes.
Okay, we have
are
many
all
hands
very
up.
much excited.
Lorraine?
Thank you, Sir MB.
Thank you, Lorena.
All right. Hey, Lorena, I just want to make one comment to your discussion. Just keep in mind, you have to make sure that the people there in the Philippines are all the required steps to make sure that they do receive their KLove coins. Just because you took the send button test, that doesn't mean you're finished. You got to make sure it's populated to your MetaMask. You got to make sure that your MetaMask wallet address is in the back of your Kringle cash under Binance Bounty. So you have to make sure all those things are done. Okay, make sure you have your send button in your 009 wallet. So make sure they're doing that. You guys will be in top shape. Okay, all right, Mbeh, let's go to the next person.
Yeah, we have Marshall. Hello, Marshall, on mute.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Mbeh. Yeah, thanks a lot, Carl, for the call and all the teachings you gave us, trying to prepare our minds for on how to make our investment when we get our match by January 12th. With that being said,
Oh, he put himself on mute.
Okay, try to unmute again, Marshall.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, what I want to ask is, because I want to carry some of my family members along, like I have an AIDS parents who I want to introduce to the community, and I want to register them and pay their fees, and also the minors, some of the kids. So I'm wondering how that's going to be possible for me to do that. Can I do that on my phone? Because I'm going to be taking care of the account and monitoring how it goes. So I really want to hear from the admin to know how it goes.
Yeah, for for children, you can just hold a child and take the send button text, no problem.
Hello, I didn't get that.
I mean, if you want to do the send button test for children, just hold a child and take the send button test, and you can do that with your phone, no problem.
I can do it with my phone, and also for my age parents as well. I can do that too,
of course,
with my
yes.
phone.
Yeah, you just need to sign out, but make sure the person is there, right? If it is a child, you hold a child and take the send button. If the person is by you, he can use your phone, then you sign out from his account, you go to the next person using your phone, no problem.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay, that's good. That's what I wanted to ask. Also, I wanted to know about the purchase of GGR coin. I just need more clarity about it because I saw on the poster at the back of his wear, it says you get $4 K-Love on the purchase. If you spend $1 on GGR, you get 4 K-Love per $1 you spend on a GGR. So that means when you get a GGR, that means you're gonna get close to about 14 or 16 K-Love. Am I right?
Yes, for each $1 you spend to get GGR, that is equivalent to 4 K-Love coin.
Okay, and that is gonna be matched in June.
In June, yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
That's the book question I wanted to ask. Thank you very much for the clarity.
So let's get some
I can register
GGR
now.
because more GGR now is equivalent to more K-Love in the future.
Okay, Mbeh, if I may, before we go to the next person, for the gentleman that just asked the questions on Marshall. Marshall, when you ask the question, what is the purpose for the GGR? Keep in mind, I always explain this to my financial clients or who are being affected by inflation. When inflation rises, the value of the dollar decreases, but the value of gold increases. That's why it's important to get GGR.
Right.
Because what you're doing is you're not causing yourself to be a victim of inflation because you have digital gold. You just have it in digital format instead. Okay, so that's the important reason why you should have some GGR.
Right.
Exactly, correct.
Okay.
And when you buy GGR, for 1 GGR coin that you have is also equivalent to 4 TBC coin. So you get both ways. You have K-Love in future, and you also have CBC coin.
Okay, I get 4 TBC coin.
Yes, for 1 grain, for one GGR that you buy. Yeah.
Correct. I get that. Wow, that's huge.
Yeah, it's very huge.
Yeah. I'm so excited. Thank you so much, Cal. Thank you.
All right. Welcome, Marshall.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
All right.
You're welcome.
All right, Mbeh, let's go to the next one.
Right, we have Pascal Mbeh. Sorry if I can't pronounce that name very well.
I'm glad you trying.
Yeah, that's the yeah, you got it correct. You got it correct.
Tell us what it is in short. What's the nickname? Give us a nickname.
Yeah, that's my name.
Wow.
Well, do you have a nickname?
The shorter one.
Yes, I do.
Well, what's the shorter one?
Yes, you can call me Nana Joa.
Nana.
I think we like
okay.
that one. That one.
I can handle that one. Okay. All right.
All right. Good evening, Mr. Carl. Good evening, Mbeh. And then good evening to all my fellow TBCians. Please, congratulations to those who were able to buy K-Love. And those of us who didn't buy, I shouldn't forget that Farm War, I believe strongly that one day, Farm War will be like K-Love.
Yeah.
So you have to take note. Yes,
you know what the admin always tell me? The admin always tell me, Mbeh, if you don't have 100,000 Farm War, you have yourself to be blamed in some months to come.
Yes, I strongly. So me, I couldn't buy the K-Love. So I'm putting all my money in Farm War so that one day I will also get a huge amount like those of you who bought a K-Love at the initial stage.
Right.
Imagine and then this is my question.
Okay, great.
Yes. My question is, please, so I want to know whether some months to come will referral be compulsory, because yesterday one of my downline called me that our ambassador was saying very soon referrals should be if you don't have referrals, you pay your TBC, you pay your program fee, all right, but you're not going to get your TBC coin. So I was even confused that I have not heard anything like that. So
yeah, I don't remember saying that recently, but the truth is that there is no condition to be in the core team or in the backup team or the rotator team. But the billionaire team will have some conditions. You can't be a billionaire and you don't have the ability to negotiate to sign up even 2 persons in the community. So just know that when we complete the core team, backup team, and rotator team, the billionaire team will have to do some work. But for now, no condition so far like that.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right, Carl.
All right.
So we'll take Minka, Carl.
Minka.
You can unmute, Minka.
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
We
Hello,
hear you.
how are you?
I'm fine.
Fine and you.
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. Hi, community. You guys are doing a great job. I'll get straight to the point. Around June for the rotators, do you think K-Love will still be speculated at around $100 or $50 in value?
Carl, you want to answer that?
we can't determine that, but we can control the value by our participation. Do you remember when admin made a comment early last week? He warned us, he gave us a hint. He says, this could possibly be the very last week that K-Love is going to be at $25 because by the end of the week, it's projected to reach 50. Right. So when you hear a statement like that, what should you do? Sit back and watch everybody, or should you take action?
You run and buy action.
You take action. Because Mika, here's something that I did. When I heard that, my reticular activator went to work. I said, wait a minute. I got $868 in value of K-Love.
Yeah.
As soon as it hit 50, my balance showed over $1,800.
Right.
Now, I may not have went to the school, but I do know some of the teachers. Okay. It don't take me long to figure that one out. So instead of concentrating on trying to determine what the value is going to be later, let me focus on trying to get as much I keep saying Kringle, as much K-Love as I possibly can, because I know our ultimate goal is to get it up to $100 plus. Yeah. And I'm going to make a profit. That would be the correct question to ask. Okay, let me focus on getting as much K-Love as I possibly can, because I know it has potential to even exceed $100 by January.
Okay. Carl, this is my take. Imagine that right now we have about 16,000 people who are using K-Love to pay their program fee, and the value is $50. Imagine when we shall have 100,000 people paying their program fee with K-Love. Imagine the positive buying pressure that will be coming in. So you can guess that at that time, there is going to be an increase in the price. And then imagine if we have 1 million, because admin is saying that if we do all the things that he's going to ask us to do, we shall be able to bring in 1 million people. It is our responsibility, not the admin's responsibility. So if we can bring in 1 million people from now to January, imagine the positive buying pressure for 1 million people using K-Love to pay for their program fee. And some of them will be buying GGR using K-Love. So imagine the price at that time. So, you see?
Okay. Thank you for that. Another question is, where can we get some kind of training apart from your website? You were talking about, Carl, and you, Mr. Mbeh, with your training course. Is there any other training places we can attend, or maybe on the internet to learn more?
We have the member helpers team and the new members training. So, Carl, if you permit me, I can just share real quick and
yes, go ahead.
him. All right. So,
all right.
If let me quickly share here. So, if you are in your Kringle Cash back office, you have new members training. This is for new members. So if you click here, you actually have people on board live 24/7.
Okay.
Yeah. And here you have member helpers. If you have a technical problem, you click on the member helpers. And
Yeah.
if you don't have time now, you might want to check the upcoming training. So you click on the upcoming training, and
Yes.
you're going to see the time and the leader that will be on board to actually train people. So it's loading.
Okay.
Kind of
A
slow.
nice one.
Yeah. So you
Nice
see
one.
you'll see the upcoming trainings that we have, and you can just hook up at that time and meet the leader
Okay.
on board. You also see my name there because I'm one of the trainer. You also see
Yeah.
my name there and the dates and when I'm training. You just need to select the dates and choose any leader that you want to join his training. And yeah, that's how you get to it.
Excellent. Okay. Thank you very much indeed. There's just one more bit. Farm and War. When can we start buying that? Or is
You mean Farm War? Farm War?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right now you can buy. You can buy now on Pancake Swap. You can buy now, no problem.
Okay. All right. Thanks, guys. Keep up the good
welcome.
work. And, thank you very much indeed.
All right. You're welcome.
Sarah.
All right. All right.
All right.
So
Who do we have next?
Yeah. Wow. This is like KM Nasrullah.
I'm glad you trying.
I can actually bite my tongue right now.
Yes.
So KM Nasrullah.
All right.
Amir.
Hey, you're gonna have to give us a nickname too, man. All right. How you
from
doing?
Bangladesh.
All right.
Today, your meeting, your training session was so much powerful. Your too much fine training motivated us a lot.
Okay.
And I think you are second one whose voice matters me a lot. The first one is Mr. Mbeh Derick. I like him too much. And he is, to me, powerhouse. He is, to me, a powerhouse of TBC. When I get myself loser and mentally I feel weak, when I hear the voice of our Mbeh Derick, then I get up and I get myself powerful.
Right.
But today, after your meeting, I got myself very much activated, and thank you for your nice training today. I am giving greetings to everyone here present, and I am thanking our TBC Ambassador of Bangladesh, Mr. TBC Champion, Dr. Saleh Ahmed Mia, from my heart. And I am thanking also all Bangladeshi leaders, Mr. Mizanur Rahman, TBC, Shumon Rahman, Sharif Khan, Nasiruddin, Dr. Aminul Islam, Mr. Emdadul Haq Badsha also. Thanks to every leaders of India, those who have done a good job last month in the competition. Thanks to international every leaders. Thanks to our admin for giving us a nice and beautiful TBC with club. Thanks to all the people joined in our community, joined with us in our society. Thanks to all. Pray for me.
All right, will do. And that's one thing I do, that last comment you just made. I pray for all of you, whether you know it or not. Now you do. My wife and I pray for every last one of you on a daily basis, every day, so that you are empowered and that you have favor with everyone you come in contact with to meet your goals, so that you can have success for you and your family. Okay?
Okay,
all right.
Thank you.
Thank you for your words. Appreciate it.
Okay, so we have another person.
Hey, looks like we got the boxing champion, Mr. TBC champion, coming up to the ring. Yes. All right.
Assalamu alaikum.
How you doing,
Good
sir?
evening. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Good evening, Mr. Mbeh and our Chief Justice, and also Lady Justice, because I have seen a lot of time Mr. Mbeh enjoying with his beloved spouse. Okay. So first of all, thank you. And I got the inspired from Mbeh's Facebook because I'm very excited about the collaborate that is going up. When I see in my account, after then immediately I have to shift to go to the MB's Facebook post, what it says the MB's also. So same time, when it is going up, MB's immediately give a post to encourage all of you TVCNs. Especially I'm very excited. I don't know what is going to be happened here, but happening is already admin declared immediately it will be touch $100. And last 6 months ago, 5 months ago, admin said that it will be the $100 on the January 2023.
Right.
But last session he announced that it will be the 200 in the 2023. So we are very excited. Who is not buying or selling or purchasing the club, he is missing. I think that I'm very worried. I'm very each and every day I'm buying the club. I stock my club. I'm looking when it will touch 100, more than $100. So thank you so much to my dear Carl. Today, we know you very much differently because you gave very good trained up to us. And also one more question only last of all. And before the question, I appreciate and I salute to my uplink, Mr. Dadabai Nasrullah Siddiqui from Bangladesh. He gave a very wishes to me and to all of the Bangladesh, and I salute him. He's my grandfather of the TVC.
Okay.
You know, so
Right.
that's why I appreciate him to encourage us. One more question, one more sharing with Mbeh. Mbeh, I think Mbeh is hearing to me.
Right.
1.5 years ago, when admin introduced the core team, and on behalf of you, I request here, when we have to complete our core team, you have to you have my guardian, you have to guardian all of TVCNs right now. You are the Chief Justice. Do you remember that time I told you when we have to complete our core team membership, you have to arrange a cruise party worldwide. Do you remember?
Yes, I do remember.
So, and also one more thing. And also, I have seen last week you were somewhere, I forget this location.
In the
with
Boracay
your,
Island, yeah, right?
Yeah, with your wife, and you told me again that time. I remember that I will be catch you in the master adoption training. So
Right.
today,
I
so you
think
should.
the truth is that if we are well organized and have 1 million people coming on board next year, if we are catching out probably maybe $1,000 a day, going to the island is something I want us to go. You know, I was in the Boracay Island where I spent like 2 weeks in the Boracay Island in Asia. And it's awesome. It's very beautiful to be the island. Right now, I want to go to Maldives, you know, but I'm planning to work so hard that if we work so hard, next year, if all the core team members are catching out something reasonable, for us organizing a trip to the Maldives is not going to be a big deal, Carl. What do you think?
Oh man,
Thank you.
that's funny you said the Maldives because that's me and my wife's goal to go there next year because you have to plan way in advance.
Right.
And that is a ultimate goal. That's a place of peace, quiet, and tranquility, not being bothered by anybody. And it's just a place that I think everybody needs to experience. And you want to reach for big goals like that. You
Right.
do.
Right.
Because
Of
if you
course.
if you reach for a goal, I just want to go to Disneyland. Come on, that's not a goal. Almost everybody's been there. Okay.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. And I think that
Man,
location, we have the Maldives, we have places like Dubai where many people can have
right.
visa without
Absolutely.
stress. You know,
Yes.
I think that we just need to work right now so that we can be able to make this happen. You know,
Yes.
Yeah,
imagine all of us. We are meeting physically, no more like virtually. We are all
Yes.
meeting together as TBC builders. 11,000 of us
oh,
meeting, hiring some private jets to the Maldives and enjoying ourselves,
Absolutely.
trying to have some
Absolutely.
education, do some detox,
Yes.
do some. In fact,
That's what I'm
for
talking
those of you
about.
who have never been to the island, guys, it's
Yes.
heaven on earth.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And see, and that's what we do in our investment organization every year. My wife and I host a national conference, a 3.5-day conference, so we can meet everybody in the flesh. And we do training, we do excursions, we do an awards banquet, we do an outreach. We have guest speakers come in. I do stand-up comedy. We just have a great time. We have an awesome time. So it's important to do that to come together. It is. And that's something that we can all reach for. That just gives you another reason to motivate you. Hey, man, let's accomplish this goal so we can make that happen.
Right.
We
Of
can make
course.
that happen. We got control to make that happen, what
We can.
Ambassador Mbeh just said.
Right. So
Instead of
TBC Champ.
saying, man, it'd be great to meet you, let's make it happen. Go
Oh
ahead,
my
Mbeh.
God, I can't wait to hug all the TBC leaders, all those that have been
Yes,
here pushing this community.
absolutely.
I think it's one of the greatest dream for our TBC champion for us to meet
yes,
somewhere and have a cruise, you know. Sometime in
Yes,
2018, the admin wanted to do something like that, but it didn't actually work out, you know. But I'm sure
right.
that if we have enough fundings coming in, sometime next year, we can do it, no problem. Right,
thank
TBC
you.
That's
champion.
it.
Thank you, Mb.
That's a
Thank you,
good
Mb.
idea,
Thank you, Mb.
Mbeh.
Very,
Right.
very pleased to you. And I'm on the field. Inshallah, I'll break up my Bangladesh. And the next from next Friday, I announced already I will make a 8 practical class for TVC. And I called the General Assembly on Friday, 10 p.m. in Bangladesh. So inshallah, Mb. So you told us, you in front of all of us, you gave me and all of the TVCians, you will arrange the cruise party, whatever you like, whatever you choose the locations, we'll go about there, and face to face we will embracing, because we are last 7 years, especially I'm doing TVC 3 years. We are looking you virtually, not physically. So this is the chance to embracing to our Chief Justice, our Carl, our I don't know, admin. I don't know. That will be very happiness for us in our TVC life. I don't know, but we have to enjoy. Thank you
That's it.
so much. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Today
You're
is very
welcome.
good. And last word. We are not.
Okay.
We are not feeling. We are not feeling. One
Okay.
more thing. We are not.
Okay.
Both of you
Remember, we have many
guys.
hands
salute.
up. All right.
Yeah, no. I appreciate you, both of you guys today, especially from my heart. I'm telling that word. Admin is today is not present here, but my heart, I says that both of you guys show us me, admin is here. We are not feeling admin is not here. Your session is very excited. I salute both of you. Thank you.
All
All
right.
the best.
Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you
Thank
so
you, sir.
much, Mr.
All right.
TBC champion.
That's it.
All
Hey,
right.
man, our time is up, my
Right.
friend. So
Right.
if we can do just one more real quickly, because I do have an appointment in 15 minutes with my first client for the day in the office.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and do this last person. Unfortunately, everyone, you just have to communicate with us on the next call you have on Monday.
Right.
But go ahead.
Yeah.
And they unmute the next
Before we
person.
take the last one,
Yeah.
Carl, do you notice that this call was so sweet that I didn't see the time almost finished? Like,
I
just
know it.
like
Our
just
time,
like we
our
just
time
getting
is up,
started.
and we still got a bunch of hands up.
Right.
Man,
It's just like we are getting started.
yes,
All
absolutely.
right. So we take the last one. Atobran Afowiki. Okay, on mute. Unmute. If you don't unmute real quick, we'll take the next below you. Tobran, unmute real
3,
quick.
2, 1. Okay, let's go to Freddie.
Okay, we'll go to Freddie. Freddie, you're a lucky one for today.
Ok, merci beaucoup. Vous pouvez m'aider?
Ok, allez-y, Freddie.
Vraiment, je voudrais remercier Dieu pour votre persévérance. Je vous suis depuis longtemps, je pense depuis 2017.
Wow.
C'est un exemple pour moi.
Merci.
Dieu me permet aujourd'hui de communiquer directement avec vous. Donc, devant toute cette assemblée, je voudrais reconnaître vos efforts et votre influence. J'étais en déplacement lorsque vous êtes venu en Côte d'Ivoire.
Ah, ok.
Je n'ai pas pu être avec vous à Jacquesville, je pense.
Oui.
Donc, je voudrais vous dire merci. Je ne sais pas si je peux m'arrêter là pour que tu puisses traduire avant de continuer.
Puisqu'on n'a plus beaucoup de temps et vous allez juste avancer et voilà.
C'est ça.
Ok.
Ok. Maintenant, j'ai commencé à faire des transactions et avant-hier, j'ai fait une transaction. J'ai copié mon adresse et le lendemain, j'ai collé l'adresse pour faire une autre transaction. Or, c'est l'adresse du contrat de Karlov qui a été copiée et j'ai validé la transaction.
Quelle transaction? À quel niveau?
Easy change. Easy change. Alors,
je ne comprends pas. Vous voulez envoyer les Karlov ou les BNB dans MetaMask?
Je voulais acheter les BNB pour acheter Karlov pour Choisir.
Ah, ok.
Donc, il est passé par Easy Change. Parce que le lendemain, comment on appelle, le jour passé, il avait déjà fait ça.
Ok.
Donc, le lendemain, il a voulu encore essayer. Malheureusement, l'adresse qu'il avait copiée n'avait pas été copiée, mais c'est l'adresse du contrat qu'il avait copié.
Oui.
Il avait collé. Donc, bon, je suis allé sur le truc de Mamba Helpers, on dit de venir à cette réunion, que c'est possible, vous pouvez m'aider.
Non, ce n'est pas dans cette réunion. Vous êtes en Côte d'Ivoire, n'est-ce pas?
Je suis en Côte d'Ivoire, actuellement, je suis au Mali.
Ok, je vais vous connecter avec Innocent Kweba. Il est là, vous le connaissez?
Oui, on a déjà parlé.
Vous avez son numéro, donc Innocent Kweba, je vous passe Freddy. Pour que lui, il va vous aider à résoudre ce problème rapidement. Innocent Kweba, vous êtes là?
Oui, je suis là. Innocent Kweba est là.
Oh, voilà, ça marche. Je vous présente Freddy depuis le Mali. Et, il a un petit problème d'échange. S'il vous plaît, prends soin de lui.
C'est bien compris.
Si vous ne prenez pas soin de lui, vous allez passer au tribunal pour le jugement.
Okay, Mbeh, I'm going to have to be ready to go.
Yeah, that's good. We are good, Carl. Thank you so much. All right.
All right. Okay. For anyone, so I know admin always gives a little slogan when we end the call, so we can unmute everyone and say, think like an investor, not a consumer, and I'll see you on Monday.
Okay, so everybody has to unmute right now. Oops, I think we have
Think
to.
like an investor, not a consumer, and I'll see you on Monday.
Okay, guys, on mute, and everybody says, think like
Like an investor, not like a consumer, and I'll see you on Monday.
Like an
An investor,
Thank you.
don't think like an
All right. Thank you, guys. See you on
I'll see you on
Monday.
Monday.
See you guys. See you on Monday.
Bye bye.